I was born from the heart of darkness, not as a victim, but as something unbreakable. They threw me into the depths, into a place where no light dares enter, where even screams are swallowed by silence. They thought it was my end, but they were wrong. I didn't just survive the darkness, I drank it in, let it carve me, and rebuilt myself from its shadows. Pain was my beginning. Every wound, every betrayal, every collapse, brick by brick they remade me. I shed my skin, not once, not twice, but again and again. Each time they broke me, I came back stronger. They taught me to burn away weakness, to silence fear, and to rise from my own ashes. They wanted to destroy me, but I turned that destruction into purpose. I am not here seeking sympathy. I don't care to be understood, accepted, or admired. I don't need your praise, your pity, or your respect. I've become something beyond all of that. Something that stepped out of the human shell, merciless, unwavering, unstoppable. I've killed what needed to die in me so that I could truly stand. Maybe you're still chasing the light, still begging for rescue. But me, I've stopped looking for salvation. I've become the storm itself. What others run from now lives within me. I breathe because I've learned how to burn without being consumed. I don't crumble under pressure. I forge myself inside it. The ones who turned away from me now fear me, not because I've changed, but because I no longer need them. I've cut my chains, silenced every voice of doubt, and now I have one purpose: to exist in a way no one can ignore. I have passed through the fire, but the fire still burns inside me, not to destroy, but to shape, to create something that cannot be broken. When I look into the mirror, I don't see a human anymore. I see something even I can't fully define. But I know this: nothing can stop me now. And if I must burn again, let me burn, because I am the one who feeds on flame. I don't fear fire. I am fire. I grew in silence, not in light, not in applause. I was forged in the darkness, in the cruel moments when no one was there. I learned to be enough for myself, even when the only voice I could hear was the sound of my own breaking. That silence built me. Every time I fell and no one reached to help, it became another piece of the unshakable thing I've become. I no longer fight to be accepted. I don't want to be a hero for anyone. I'm here because I chose to be, because I decided to stay, to fight, to keep going even when going on felt like torture. Pain doesn't matter anymore, not because it's gone, but because I've mastered it. I am not someone who runs from pain. I am the one who crafts it. People will try to mold you, shape you to fit their fears and their comfort zones. But I no longer fit any mold. I've become something that spills over the edges, something unpredictable, uncontainable. And that's what they fear. Not what I've done, but what I've become. I am the scream that never fades, the footsteps that continue even over ruins. Even if the whole world stands in front of me, I won't retreat. Not out of defiance, but because I know no one will hand me anything. I must pull everything I need from the fire. I was not made to be saved. I was made to save myself. I've heard the sound of collapse, not just around me, but inside me, where my bones cracked under the weight of other people's expectations, where my hope turned to ash in the silence of unanswered nights. But it was those very breaks that rebuilt me. Every time I shattered, something in me died, and something else was born. Something fiercer, more determined, unstoppable. I no longer look back, not out of hatred, but out of clarity. I know there's nothing behind me worth saving. The ones who tried to keep me small now can't even speak my name. I moved so far in silence that my presence now feels like an explosion to them. Undeniable, uncontrollable. Let them talk behind my back. Let them judge, mock, throw stones. It's all fuel. Every glance of doubt, every fake smile, every whisper they thought I couldn't hear, they all became the fire that forged me. I turned humiliation into power. I turned defeat into meaning. They ask why I'm so ruthless now, why I don't smile like I used to, why I'm not soft anymore. The answer is simple: because there's no space left for softness. The world I've lived in is a world of wolves. If I had stayed soft, they would have torn me apart. I learned how to grow teeth, how to howl, how to stand when everyone else runs. I don't seek validation. I don't need applause. When I stand, it's not for cheers, it's for me. I rebuilt myself from ruin, and those who rebuild themselves owe no one. I owe no one. Not for my survival, not for my victory. I paid for every inch of it in blood and ash. If the day comes when everyone turns their back on me, let them. I've made peace with solitude. I've grown used to the voice within, and that voice, it never left me. When everyone else did, it stayed. When the world collapsed, it told me, stand. And I stood. I still stand, eyes wide open. Heart made not of flesh but iron. Every blow I've taken has hardened me. I am no longer a survivor. I am a conqueror. I don't seek peace. Peace is for those who want to stand still and watch. I wasn't made to watch. I was made to build, to break, to be reborn. Those who tried to silence me must now shield their eyes from the light I've become. I am the fire they tried to bury, but fire doesn't die in dirt, it waits. And then it returns, brighter than ever. Today, as I walk, there is no shadow in me, no hesitation. Everything that once broke me has dissolved into the very thing that drives me. I have moved past being breakable, not because I have nothing left to lose, but because I've found everything within myself. I'm no longer lost. I'm not searching for light. I am the light. Those still trapped in the gaze of others will never understand me. They don't know what it costs to stand this free. How much blood must be spilled? How many tears must dry? How many hearts must turn to stone? They only see the surface. They don't know the scars, but that's fine. Understanding me is not their job. I didn't come to explain. I'm here to walk my own path. Even if the world screams impossible, I'll go anyway, because I'm not alone. I'm with something inside me now. Something greater than any fear or doubt. And if the world ever dares to stand in my way, let it. But it should know, I don't flinch, I don't fear, I don't back down. I came to stay, and nothing, no one, will ever silence me.